Good evening. This is CTV News for Monday, September 12th. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, detectives are asking for the public's help identifying a man who sexually assaulted a woman Sunday morning at a New Carrollton apartment complex. The incident happened about 7 a.m. in the 5400 block of 85th Avenue.
We're asking for the community's help in this. If you saw anyone who matches his description, which is described as an individual wearing an orange and white striped shirt, black pants, and black shoes, please give us a call. He's about 5'9", 6 feet, between 170 and 190 pounds. If you saw anyone that matches this description, if you know anyone who wore an orange and white striped shirt yesterday, please give us a call just so we can vet that information and get this individual off the streets.
Now, the suspect also stole several items from the victim's home before running out. Women in the complex say they're scared.
I think it should be more protection for our citizens, especially our women. That has to be out certain hours of the night, coming home from work, or just coming home, period.
That is very, very scary. I don't know, they really need to put a lot of security here so that people can be safe, because you cannot be around the neighborhood where sexual stuff is going on. It's really scary.
Now, police plan to canvass the area this evening and are reminding residents to be aware of their surroundings. If you have any information on this case, you're asked to call Crime Solvers. The hotline number is 1-866-411-TIPS. Meantime, Laurel police investigate a possible hate crime at the Islamic Community Center on Conti Road. The incident, which happened on Labor Day, was originally classified as a case of vandalism. This is surveillance video of the white tractor trailer that backed into the building about 11 p.m. last Monday.
The railings were destroyed, the awnings of the building were destroyed. Probably about $10,000 worth of damage was done to the Islamic Community Center. One of the parishioners there, the worshipers there, brought us surveillance tape to the Laurel Police Department on Tuesday morning, and that's when our investigation began. And based on information that we received from the Council of American Islamic Relations and other members of the community, that crime, which was originally classified as vandalism, was reclassified as a possible hate crime.
Now, no one was inside at the time and no injuries were reported.
A ceremony was held today to remember the officers killed in the 9/11 attacks, though the official anniversary of the tragedy was yesterday. The names of 72 officers engraved on the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Wall were read out loud. A wreath was also placed in their honor. The vice chair of the Memorial Fund says these brave souls must never be forgotten and that the country must continue to fight to prevent any future terrorist attacks.
We've had some potholes in our journey and our path, but I think 15 years later, the message we want to deliver here today is that irrespective of the passage of time, we have to value the sacrifice made on September 11. Our country is still in harm's way. There are those who still wish to bring us harm. The terrorist groups, there are many of them, would love to come in and create another 9/11. And that's why our message in honoring each individual who made the sacrifice in that day, to sort of reach out to the rest of the country and say, hey, let us not forget these folks, because it may happen again, and you'll have a new grouping of law enforcement officers and public safety officers who will step up, respond, and do whatever they can to help save lives.
The memorial contains the names of 20,000 officers who died in the line of duty throughout U.S. history.
Laurel unveils a new memorial to commemorate the 15th anniversary of the September 11th terrorist attacks. Yesterday, the city hosted an interfaith service to mark the occasion.
We had an actual piece of steel from the North Tower, the North Twin Tower in New York, which will be mounted on top of that memorial. We just wanted a place where Laurel residents and visitors to Laurel could come, quietly reflect on the events of 15 years ago and think about how much progress we've made. So that memorial is here. The public is invited to come by and spend a few quiet moments here anytime they want to. And what it really does is tell the story of 9/11. There are 4 sides to it, and each of the different events, those horrible events, are detailed on each side of the memorial.
Now, other local governments in the region also hosted a series of events on Sunday in memory of those who lost their lives that day.
A bicyclist has been rushed to a hospital after being struck by a vehicle this morning. Police say he was suffering from critical injuries. The accident happened around 7:30 a.m. at the intersection of Campus Drive and River Road in College Park. The driver remained on the scene, according to police. No word yet on whether that person will face charges. You are watching CTV News. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Patricia Vallone.